Listen.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is ZENN.
I'm Cesar.
And we are listening 3000.
Yes.
We're back again today with episode 27.
Yes.
This is going to be a great episode today. But before we get started and get into our special guest, we just want to get a big shout out to the Sound Gallery Studios. Thank you for letting us use this space.
Always.
You know what I mean? And if you didn't know, this is an Agents of Fandom podcast.
Yes,
so make sure to follow Agents of Fandom on all social media networks and make sure to check out their podcast, Fandom Academy.
Yep.
And all the other cool podcasts that we have on the network there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while we are on the Agents of Fandom topic,
Mm-hmm.
we have a special guest today. Yes, so give it up for Damon.
Hey. Thanks, guys.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
Wait, you want to tell everybody who you are for a sec?
Yeah. So my name is Damon. I mostly talk comics, and I write about comics on the Agents of Fandom website. And I like comics, and I like Marvel, and I'm getting there with DC. There's some aspects of DC that I'm very good in, and others I'm not so good in DC because it's such a big, vast, open world. But I love learning about stories. I love diving deeper into them. And I am so honored to be on the show because you guys provide such a great voice in this space.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate that.
No, for sure.
No, we can't wait to talk to you because we know that, like, you know way more about actual comics and definitely than me.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Yeah.
So questions.
No, for sure.
So you can help us out.
Yeah. So we got some questions for you to start it off. And like, I want to say I even before we were part of Agents of Fandom, I would see your TikToks on TikTok breaking out comics and stuff like that. So question for you is like, how did you get started creating content online?
Yeah, so I've always been, I guess you can call it a content creator. Like my day job is creating content in a way. So this was kind of like another way for me to do that where it didn't feel like work. So I started just kind of, going with the Agents of Fandom side of things. They wanted someone who would talk comics occasionally and push that. And I was like, that's something that I wanted to push, is continuing to allow a space for newer readers to feel comfortable in, because the world of comics is very intimidating for a lot of people. And I get it. We're all there at some point. So I wanted to make a good space for people to be welcome, whether you're a longtime reader or a brand new reader. And you're just kind of like, this is like our comic corner. This is our safe space.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, for sure.
Nah, for sure.
Man.
So, staying on comics, what's your favorite recent run that you've read recently?
How much time do you have? So I can break it down into this.
Okay.
My favorite superhero book on the shelf right now is Nightwing by Tom Taylor. It is it's phenomenal. I love it so much. We just had Nightwing 100 a few weeks ago, and it was great. One of my favorite Marvel books on the shelf right now, like Scarlet Witch, is on a number 2, just came out yesterday, and it's fantastic, which is awesome because that book deserves to be great. Something is Killing the Children for indie side of things is possibly going to be potentially one of my all-time favorite comic runs. And then in terms of previous ones, Hawkeye's my favorite character. So Matt Fraction's Hawkeye in 2012 is like my favorite run.
That's fire, man. Yeah, you're probably spitting out gems right now.
Nah, for sure. Tap in. And another question. So, what's your wish list as far as like movie adaptations for something that you've read and that you're like, yo, if they make a movie out of this would be so crazy. Is there anything that you can think of?
Yeah. So, I'll stick on Marvel. West Coast Avengers. Kelly Thompson's West Coast Avengers is so ridiculous. It's so silly, but it's fun. And it's a team comprised of Clint and Kate, both Hawkeyes. You have America Chavez in there, Kid Omega's in there, and Gwenpool. And that is the introduction of Jeff the Landshark, who I continuously say is going to be Marvel's Baby Yoda. It's literally a cat-sized little land shark, and it acts like a cat, and it's perfect. So the second they bring that on the screen, I'm telling everyone that is going to be their next baby Groot, their next baby Yoda. It will be Jeff everywhere.
That's fire.
Yeah. Again, Kevin, You need to tap in, man. That was it right there.
Right.
You just plugged it in.
No, for sure.
Dropping more gems.
No, for sure.
Yeah, man. No, that would be honestly. You might get your wish though. I don't know if they're gonna do that exact run, but they might be doing the West Coast Avengers so, like eventually. So it might lead into something like that.
Nah, sure.
Good.
Yeah. And one more question for you, man. Based on it's a lot of comic book properties coming out this year. Do you have anything that you're most anticipated to see?
Man, Quantumania is definitely on the top of my list. I think it's just going to be a great tone setter for Phase 5 and beyond, and seeing what Kang is going to bring, what Jonathan Majors as Kang in that role is going to bring. Definitely that. And it's not a comic book related thing, but a lot of people who know me know that Avatar: The Last Airbender is like one of my favorite franchises, and Netflix will be doing their live action series this year, and we do not talk about the live action movie. There was never a live action movie. It never happens. So I am cautiously optimistic about this show coming out this year, just based on the castings alone.
Yeah. I remember when they first announced that, and I was like, all right, y'all got to get this one right. You got to get this one right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I feel like that's why people aren't talking about it that much, because they're just like waiting for it to come out, like a trailer.
We haven't had a trailer yet.
Yeah,
something
trailer,
visually, yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Nah, right.
It's supposed to come out this year, and it's like, come on.
Let's see. Come on.
All right.
Oh, fun. We got so many to go to today.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this DC madness, right? So James Gunn, the other day, I forget which day, but he finally announced basically the DC slate. On top of that, all the news that is going on with the new DCU, with him and Peter Safran, right? And yeah, I guess let's just get into all the stuff.
Yeah. Let me put up the article just so we got it. They kind of broke it down based on each joint. Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to do it in the just article way?
Yeah, I mean, because they got it broke. So we can just go from each one
Say less.
and talk about which one. So
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool. So the first one we got is an animated series. Oh, wait, can I look at it? I'm sorry. An animated series called Creature Commandos. It's a 7-episode animated series written by James Gunn. Honestly, you could already tell. Once I saw the picture, I was like, and you could see Weasel was on there. I was like, oh, yeah, this has to be James Gunn doing it. So I just know. But yeah, written by James Gunn. It's already in production right now. Originally a team of classic monsters assembled to fight Nazis, this is a modern take on the concept. The voice actors have yet to be cast, but the executives are looking to find people who can voice the animated characters and also portray the live action versions, which when the anti-heroes show up in the movies and series. Also, not just for that. I heard that's anytime they do any casting, right?
Yeah.
Like they're going to pick people that will also do it. And like whoever they pick for Batman and Superman, they'll be the same for animated and video games.
Right.
So I just think that's a cool thing alone that they're going to keep it that consistent. But yeah, how do you guys feel about this one?
Personally, I'm not too familiar with Creature Commandos.
Same, yeah.
But knowing James Gunn, it sounds right up his alley as far as like these obscure groups of people that he likes to pick.
Right.
And like you said, Weasels, it was in the picture and stuff like that. So like it feels like this is something that he's gonna kill off top. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like his type of thing. Based on the look of the characters, like it looks like it was saying like these monsters, like it looks like a Frankenstein type of guy. Yep. Like it's an alien, and somebody's on fire. Like it looks really interesting.
Yeah. Also, wait, isn't that Rick Flag? I heard Senior though.
You're right. Yeah, Rick Flag.
So I don't know if they're gonna cast the same person. That's what's interesting. Questions.
Like, they could because it's animated as a voice,
exactly,
like just as a voice option.
Yeah,
but yeah. This is a deep cut, man.
It seems it.
These are deep cuts, but that's what you like about James Gunn, right? He can find these niche properties within the property, and all of a sudden, these characters that no one knows, like even Weasel, household name, all of a sudden,
right,
crazy,
right.
So true.
So yeah, what we got next?
All right, cool. You want to go? Want me to go?
You go ahead.
Cool. So Waller, I'm excited for this one. In a spin, hold up, my bad.
I'm playing with the computer.
Okay. In a spinoff of James Gunn's own HBO Max hit series Peacemaker, and the Suicide Squad, or just Suicide Squad, I forget what the name was.
It's all of that.
Yeah, right. Viola Davis will return as the ruthless and morally ambiguous head of a government task force. It is being written by Crystal. Is that Crystal?
Yeah,
or
Crystal.
Crystal. I just want to get it right. Crystal. It could be. Crystal Henry, who wrote Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who is the creator of the Doom Patrol TV series. So I'll go for this one. I'm hyped for this because, one, Viola Davis. Stop it. I'm just glad in general that he's keeping her because, we didn't know what he was going to do with anybody. Right. Let alone people that were in his own franchises that he wrote. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm excited. But also, Viola Davis. Like, you can't get rid of Viola Davis. He's going to pick her or something. But yeah, I'm excited about that show because he also said that it didn't say in the article that people from the Peacemaker show will be in it. I don't know if that's John Cena himself or not, but it's obviously continuing the story as well. So that's just cool. I'm excited to see what tone it is too. If it's going to stay in this Peacemaker kind of tone, or since it's a Viola Davis based thing, is it going to be a little more serious? You know what I mean? Yeah. How do y'all feel? I'm excited about that one.
Damon, what you think, man?
Yeah, this is another fun one. This one didn't surprise me, considering how much we've seen her around, even in Black Adam, and almost like that to have a MCU type of comparison, that Fury-esque type overarching role. You kind of need that in these circumstances. So in terms of the tone of the show, yeah, I think this won't be exactly as silly as Peacemaker was at times, but when Peacemaker got serious, I think that's the level we're going at here.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good call too.
It is. For sure. Yeah. Just a second, what y'all were saying, like, I'm definitely glad they kept her involved in this new world that he's building out. Yep. This was something that we heard about a while back. Yeah. So the fact that he's like rolling this back into the overarching plan of what he has planned for it, it's really cool. Yeah. So like you said, I am curious to see the tone of it, and I'm also curious to see like what problems are they going to be dealing with her. You know what I mean? I agree. Because she's not she's not going to fight you hand to hand. Exactly. She's going to send somebody to get you. You know what I mean? A lot of times. So I'm really curious, like, what is this show going to be? Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like,
also, who could be in it, too?
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah. So what we got next? You want
to go for it?
Yeah, I'll try to keep it on TV. So we'll jump into the Lanterns.
Okay.
So, Greg Berlanti's Long in the Works Green Lantern TV series has been scrapped. And in its place will be a new take on space cops with power rings. Our vision for this is very much in the vein of True Detective. Safran described as terrestrial based. It will feature prominent Lantern heroes Hal Jordan and John Stewart in one of the most important shows he's saying in this world, and it's going to play a real big factor in what we're going to see overarching. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So how you feel about that one?
I'll go on this one. There was some more details, which I'm just glad we watched the announcement again. He also said that there's a mystery in the show, since it's a True Detective kind of vibe to it. Mm-hmm. He said there's a mystery in the show that is going to be the connection to the bigger overarching thing for the DCU. So I'm just excited about seeing how important he makes them. Right. And also who he casts. I feel like that's about to be a serious one, that show. Yeah, especially HBO, like that, they're about to come with it. Also, I'm just interested, do you think they're going to still make help me? Who was going to do the original one? They said one name, but it was a bigger name. Help me. You know who it was? Nah, or like a producer, director type of person. J.J. Abrams. Right. He was supposed to do the one that got canceled. Right. You remember that? Yeah. So like, I just wonder if he's still going to be like involved or not too. That's just that's probably a tone choice type of thing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about it to see definitely casting and see just how serious they make such a sci-fi show on HBO with these type of characters.
Right. Yeah. Damon, what you think, man?
I am so sold on buddy space cops, man. Yep. Like Hal and John and a buddy space cops, and then you can throw any other member of the Lantern Corps in there, any one of them. Like, they're all an option. It's just like a one episode cameo, whatever you want. I am so sold on this. When he said, we're doing a Green Lantern buddy cop space cop show, and I'm like, sold. I don't need anything else.
Right with you.
Nah, for real, man. John Stewart has been something I've been waiting for in live action for a long time.
Yeah, he was saying that.
Every time I seen him on Justice League animated show, it's like he stuck with me. So the fact that they're the central characters, him and Hal Jordan are the central characters of the show, makes me really excited. Yeah. You know what I mean? And back to you, I'm really curious about who they're going to cast for these roles.
You know it's going to be somebody crazy. Even if it's two people that are unknown, like they're going to pick people that go. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for who it is.
Especially with the history of the Ryan Reynolds film. Another film that we don't acknowledge.
What film? What? No. There was a what?
Oh, wrong one. What is it?
Nah, man. So yeah, they got to get it right this time. You know what I mean? So
stop laughing. All right. No, they really do though.
No, facts.
That's why they switched the tone completely up. They're like, nah, we're going way more serious this time.
All right. Another show. I'm gonna jump around real quick. Cool. Is it okay? Yeah, keep it in the shows. Yeah. So, Paradise Lost. The duo described this HBO Max series as a Game of Thrones style drama set on the all-female island of Themyscira, where Woman and Woman was born. This is like set before she's born, but it's just giving you like I guess a dramatic show, like showing the power struggles on that island. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, how you feel about that one?
Honestly, how about you say how you feel about it? I'm excited, so it's easy for me to talk about it. I'd love.
Oh yeah, all right. I'll start it off. No,
hot take Timmy.
Yeah, I did enjoy the first Wonder Woman film. Yeah. With this being set before she was born, I kind of was like, man, what's the real point of this? Like, where we going? But I'm kind of leaving my reservations until we see some type of physical trailer for it, just so I can see like what this tone is. Because using Game of Thrones as an example, that's big. That's big talk. You know what I mean? So I'm really curious to see like what this actually is going to be. Right. You know what I mean?
I get your. That's why I had to call you out like that. Because I get your cautiousness. Because I mean, you know what I mean. You're just like Game of Thrones is one of them. Yeah. You can't throw that. I'm sorry. Whoa, my knee. Jesus, that hurt too. Nah, you just can't throw that name around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and just be like, oh, you're gonna make a Game of Thrones show. So but I trust James Gunn is my thing, and obviously it's Warner Brother. Like, it's Warner Brother and HBO are still two different things. HBO's not even gonna let this be whack or not quality in any way. It's HBO. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, seemed like they, based on the Batgirl thing, it seemed like they're on a different quality standard as far as like what they're letting be released and what they're not letting be released.
Exactly.
So I do got hope for a lot of these shows and movies because it feels like they're not afraid to like
go there, right?
If it's not up to
right,
par.
that way, yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, Damon, what you think, man?
Yeah, I think this will be interesting, like, and again, just to kind of like bring everything kind of back, when there was the rumors and the rumblings of a Wakanda show, right? It's about expanding that world, not a particular character, and this is kind of the same concept. Yep. So when, you do get to Wonder Woman, you understand that world like perfectly. So her personal struggles and everyone around her means more. So that's like the thing when I look ahead to that, I'm like, all right, that's what I'd be looking forward to. Again, like you said, you're throwing out something like Game of Thrones. Like that's
like you going there,
television
buddy?
right there, right? That's peak television right there. So your expectations, you're already throwing them very high. So we'll see. Cautious optimism there.
Yes. Yep.
But again, casting still matters here.
It does.
The cast is next level. The quality is next level. We see a trailer and we're like, oh, it is Game of Thrones. We're gonna lose our minds a bit. We are gonna go crazy.
No. Like
we're just cautious because you got to see it first.
Right.
If I see the trailer and it's like, oh, you did it? Okay, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Every Sunday.
Yeah. Nah, right. All right. So what we got next as far as shows go. I think there might be. Oh no, we got Booster Gold.
That's a show. I thought it was. Yeah,
no, it's a show.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So Booster Gold, an HBO Max series based on a unique, lesser-known hero created in '86. Saffron said of the series, it's about a loser from the future who uses basic future technology to come back to today and pretend to be a superhero. Gunn describes it as imposter syndrome as a superhero.
I'll go first. I don't know much about Booster Gold. I remember, shout out Snowden. Snowden was saying that he assumed that it was going to be one of the announcements of anything because it was like a very James Gunn choice. You know what I mean? But once I hear more about it, and you told me that he basically comes to want to be because he wants to be famous, right? Correct. So this should be funny. Like I see already where they're going with this choice. So I'm excited about it because just anytime that James Gunn gets, look what he did with Peacemaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they get the right person again and the right people writing it, and I don't see where this is not something we fall in love with easily.
Right. No,
so
for sure.
For sure. I'm just hyped for casting.
Yeah. Because Booster Gold is a character I'm familiar with because of the animated series. So seeing like not his show, but like through Justice League and stuff like that,
yeah.
they did some things spotlighting his character. So that was like my introduction to the character Booster Gold. So like him saying like this is what this is gonna be, it has me pretty excited just to see what that's gonna be like in live action, especially like his future tech and things of that nature. Like it's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Also, we had some good choices today.
Oh,
you
as
remember
far as
any?
actors for
Yeah,
it?
you said you saw somebody said Zac Efron. Not a bad one.
Yeah.
I said Dave Franco.
Right? Yeah.
Now, I think I want Zac Efron more than Dave Franco, but Dave Franco isn't a bad one either.
Right.
And it was somebody else who said.
I know CJ and them been campaigning for Glenn Powell.
Oh, there we go. There was Glenn Powell.
The internet favorite right
Yeah,
now, just
yeah,
because everyone throws it, is Chris Pratt.
Oh wow! I thought that was a joke.
Which would
Yeah, I thought it was a joke too.
it is kind of a joke, but at the same time, you think about it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
you're
like you're right.
He could do
Like
it.
it is right there,
theoretically,
right?
that works.
Yeah,
man.
it would.
That's it's just a
This is a good point.
different take on Star-Lord, almost to an extent, with
It
like
is.
humor that you can bring into that world, and that's what I'd be most excited about with that project. Is that feels like that would just be like a straight comedy at that point.
Yeah.
But almost like a comedy with a mix of like that Ted Lasso-esque like reality hitting moments. So if you can balance that really well, then you got something.
Oh, you just went crazy. Been snapping the whole time. No, and honestly, if they get that Ted Lasso feel, I know exactly what you're talking about. You haven't watched it.
I've seen a few episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
get
I need
it's like
to,
a
sit
feeling,
through it.
right? Yeah,
no,
you
no,
gotta
I
really
get it.
sit-
I get it.
Oh man, if they can get both through, oh my god,
Yeah.
what are they doing? Because they got all sides. You know what I mean? It seems from the announcements. So we just got to see if they deliver. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Now switching gears into the movies.
Do you want to go back since there's already movies at the top?
Yeah,
Oh wait, you went back to the top?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
here we go.
All right, cool,
All right.
cool.
So, James Gunn touted this one as being the one that really starts off his universe.
I think we already have a topic point because this is confusing as hell.
Okay.
To me, I don't know if any of y'all, like either of y'all, were confused by this. So someone clear it up if not. He said this is right. This the first of the what? Give me word for word what that man said.
I took it as like this is like the
start
the real start of
the new
newer
DCU,
stuff. Yeah,
correct?
Yeah.
All right. He also said Blue Beetle is, and he said Aquaman goes into the universe of the new DCU.
But these are things that are already existed. That I guess that he's rolling over. I think he meant the new stuff that he's being involved in.
Okay. He's talking about not in the story. Like
Aquaman
in
2
reality.
was done.
You're saying,
Blue Beetle
right?
was done. So like,
you're saying just things he wrote. You're like, when my thing start is this movie.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm thinking in the story, so I'm like, what is this? I'm so confused. Okay. Got it. We're here now.
all right. So yeah, Superman Legacy, the movie featuring the Man of Steel that Gunn is writing and may direct. Okay, Superman is a true kickoff for the duo's DC plan. So yeah, just what we were saying.
Right.
It's not an origin story. It focuses on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. He is kindness in a world that thinks kindness is old-fashioned. A release date is July 11th, 2025.
All right. This is the first new one, technically, with movies for the big stuff. I don't know. Do y'all want to go first? Y'all maybe go first.
I'll start it off.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest of Superman fans. I'll preface it with that, but I am interested to see his take on this because Superman is very important to this whole DC thing,
and we know he knows that.
Yes,
That's why this is like okay,
Right,
all right.
right.
You want to take that? You want to put that on your back too? All
Yeah,
right, cool.
yeah.
Cool.
To me, it's an interest. Well, it's not interesting for its source. I feel like he kind of has to lead with Superman a little bit.
Oh yeah.
As far as what he puts out there,
For sure.
But yeah, I am interested to see where this
How
goes.
he does this?
Yeah.
There's
That's
like so many questions, right?
right. Damon, what you think, man? Because I know people were saying like this one. I know he mentioned like All-Star Superman being a slight inspiration for this movie. What are your thoughts on this whole new Superman thing?
So Superman is an important character.
Yeah.
Because he really is. And all due respect to Zack Snyder's Superman, that is not the Superman that I enjoy. I do enjoy like, your quote unquote typical Boy Scout Superman.
Right.
But that is what's kind of like makes Superman, right? Is the always thinking of the good things and just a hope, because that's what the symbol is, right? It's hope.
Right.
So starting off with Superman is important. It really is, because there's so many characters who are then influenced by Superman and what he does. So if you can start dark and then Superman comes in to kind of show the light, or you can just start with the light and then you go from there. And I think it is important to do that. Starting with a young Superman is an interesting decision.
That's what everybody's saying. Yeah.
Especially when we get towards some of the other movies down the line, because then I'm thinking in my head on where some things have to sort of add up. But I will give this, like, I'll sit back, cautious optimism, because All-Star Superman is a great run. And if it has good inspiration from that, then we'll have, good roots, right? You have good roots there, at least.
I think so too. Yeah.
Sure.
I've heard good things about the run that they're saying, the All-Star run. Yeah. Everyone's saying that it sounds like it could be, one of the best takes on it if he does it right. And they pick the right person.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, right. It matters,
man.
man.
I'm not even attempting to speculate on who could play.
I got a question for you though.
So
do you think they should
that?
go if it was in your hands, right? Are you going straight someone that no one knows and I know this person is Superman in my eyes, or to you, or are you like, no, I gotta find the right person that we know can do this, and like that's already known,
established. So
basically
that's an unknown to known.
Yeah, like what do you think is a better choice with such an important character?
Whatever's the right choice. That's an awful answer, but it is. It's whatever is the right. Whatever is the best choice. I would definitely still have auditions, even if you have someone in mind.
Right.
But it's whatever is the best choice, and I trust James Gunn's decisions with casting, because I haven't seen anyone he's casted that was bad.
You never lied there.
All right.
Bradley Cooper is a raccoon, and we ain't even seen him. Like he don't even show up to the releases or nothing. But Bradley Cooper has one of the most important roles in that movie.
No,
you know what I mean? Like in Kills,
he's the secret protagonist.
Come on,
yeah, he is.
Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. Let's see it.
All right, so next up, we got The Authority. Now, I'm not the most familiar with this either, but let's talk about what they're explaining. So it's a movie based on a team of superheroes with rather extreme methods of protecting the planet. They first originated in the late 90s under an influential imprint known as Wildstorm, run by artist and head of DC Publishing, Jim Lee. One of the things at DCU is that it's not just a story of heroes and villains. Not every film and TV show is going to be about good guys versus bad guy. Giant things from space come and good guy wins. There are white hats, black hats, and gray hats. They're kind of like Jack Nicholson and A Few Good Men. They know that you want them on the wall, or at least they believe that.
This is very James Gunn again.
Yeah.
I don't know much about The Authority again. I saw some of the pictures, and it looks cool. It looks, again, just like another way that he can play the line when it comes to, it's almost like anti-hero kind of, right? I'm assuming that these characters play, so I don't know. I'm just excited to see. It's probably going to be comical to an extent too, but also
Some
serious,
type of
right? Like this,
like he plays the line with that too.
That's my whole point, right?
Dramatic and comedy,
exactly. So I'm just excited, and I'm assuming this is another HBO. All these are going on HBO, I think. So, like,
well, eventually, this is a movie. So,
this is a movie.
Yeah, this is a movie. Yeah. This.
Snaps.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to get big people in this too.
Nah,
for sure.
For sure.
All right, this is going to be fun.
For sure.
I don't have much to say about this one.
Right. Damon, what you think, man?
Yeah, this is an interesting one, right? This is another one of not a complete deep cut, but you're digging a little bit to get there. So this is like I constantly just try to bring it back to Marvel because that's what a lot of people are familiar with. Yeah. So if closest thing I could say is like a Squadron Supreme.
Yep.
Where it's it's a group who in their heads is almost like we're doing the right thing, but their methods are not so much there, right? This group historically wanted to use their powers to lightly take over the world in terms of a political standpoint, right? So, but they were inspired by the Justice League. Obviously, in this world, I don't think the Justice League exists yet. Maybe they do,
right?
But I don't think they do. So that'll be interesting to see how they get there. Obviously, very much like every single adaptation from comics, it's never a 1-for-1. So I'm curious to see what their take is on these characters. And again, seeing these characters become household names, because that's just still wild to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could join it there.
Yeah.
Question for y'all real quick before we move to the next one. What do y'all think as far as ratings go with some of these films? Because like from what I'm hearing about the Authority, like they go to some places, you know what I mean? Like as far as the things that they do. So like, do y'all think it'll be like some things will get rated R, some things will be PG-13?
I heard this Loki can't not be rated R.
Okay.
And it's James Gunn, so it's like
yeah. I mean, because he's done it before already in the DC, Suicide Squad.
Right, so I don't see it not.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Was Black Adam PG-13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can get away with it.
Okay.
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 I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. Is that one? When does that come out? No date for that?
I don't see a date for that one.
I think there was only like 3 dates almost.
Yeah.
Besides the movies that are the Elseworld or projects that are the Elseworld projects.
Right.
Wait, you want to go into that while we're there?
Which one? The Elseworlds?
Yeah, because that's a whole thing in itself.
No,
we don't have to break them down. We already know what those movies are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just that. Okay, so the Batman that releases somewhere in 2025.
Yeah, October 3rd,
there we go.
2025.
October 3rd, 2025 is being released. So we're assuming that the trilogy will be what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like the full 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, he said anything like the Batman sequel, the Joker sequel, help me out, Teen Titans Go, the Black Superman movie, and the Penguin show.
Yeah.
And that's the ones that we know right now. There probably will be more, I'm assuming.
Right.
If they're going to keep this a thing, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, I like that idea because it still just makes it a multiverse. One day, I don't see them not in 20 years or 10 years or something doing
some type of crossover.
Yeah, like Crisis type of thing. You know what I mean? And everybody joins in. That's probably the point of what they're doing. And I heard them mention multiverse in this interview thing that they did.
Right.
So yeah, that is I think that's a good way that they went about it. Like, so keeping them a thing and not canceling everything,
right?
But so not letting them be in their own world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
I think that's cool. I mean, those two things have been kind of proven successful. At least the Batman and Joker already. Right. Mm-hmm. So like, I don't see them stepping on that just to create this bigger universe. Because honestly, we've seen them try to do this universe thing before, and the upper, I feel like the people at the top really didn't really give Zack Snyder a chance to get his whole vision off.
Yeah, they did.
So like, I don't want to be pessimistic, but depending on how these first few things go, who's to say we won't see that again? You know what I mean? As far as, so why step on some things that already been proven moneymakers?
True, let it go.
You know what I mean?
Oh, good call.
So yeah, I feel like it's logical for those things to continue and exist until they're done.
Yep.
Because I feel like the Batman we'll probably get to 3 and then that's probably be it.
Yeah, because they kept saying Matt Reeves kept saying it was probably just a trilogy.
Yeah.
Hey, if it gets so crazy, you never know. But
True.
Probably just
yeah. How do you feel about the Elseworlds thing, Damon? Like, do you think?
I just love that it's called Elseworlds. That's just perfect. Like the second is like, we're going to brand it as Elseworlds, and I said thank you. Yeah, so I think it's really interesting and cool because one of the things that DC fans have come to know and really enjoy over the past 10, 15 years of on and off again movies is that you do have these spin-offs, these one-offs that totally live on their own, and that's what has made DC different from Marvel in a couple ways. Is you can do these like crazy things that have nothing to do with anything else, but you can tell the story within it in a very unique setting. And that's what makes comics fun. Not every comic is within like a main universe, right? You have some comics that are like they are Elseworlds, probably like Deceased. You have other crazy things going on, and you can still do these things and have your main story going on at the same time. So I'm elated for that. I love that we're still getting like a new, like the Batman 2, because I really enjoyed the Batman 1. I'm in.
Same.
Yeah, for sure.
For all you Batman haters out there.
Well, they're going to keep hating because we not done with Batman. So
all.
staying on the
and
Batman.
They said the Penguin show is still happening. I'm hyped for that.
Right.
And also that doesn't mean that if the Penguin show isn't like as fire as we think it will, that they won't give other people
their own thing.
For sure. Like
I really
listen, that Catwoman show, bro. Like, there's no way they did that without something happening. I just don't. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. But sticking on Batman, so they will have a new Batman in the DCU, and that project is called The Brave and the Bold. I see you're happy about that one.
not like two. I just feel like that's a big thing. If the Elseworld project is a thing, right? And Batman, that's the only other Batman we have. We're gonna definitely need a Batman. So it was cool that he just announced it this way with all the, the whole Bat family. So like everybody that we've really never seen in live action mode, like all together.
Yeah.
So like, I know, I just think this is one of the best ones that he did.
Right.
Announced.
Yeah, let's get into what he was talking about. So this is the introduction of the DCU Batman, said Gunn, of Bruce Wayne, and also introduces our favorite Robin, Damian Wayne, who was a little son of a bitch. Quoted.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. The movie will
wrong.
Right.
Yeah, right.
The movie will take inspiration from the now classic Batman run written by Grant Morrison that introduced Batman to a son he never knew existed, a murderous tween raised by assassins. It's a very strange father and son story, and importantly, it will feature Batman not played by Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. Oh, I love that they just jeez. They're like, just so you know.
But that had to be one of the most exciting things that he talked about.
Also, Peter Safran, one of them said that the Bat family have confirmed. You know, people were asking if they're going to do it that way since this is the fourth Robin in that story at that point, right? Or the fifth one, right? It's like a way later one. So yeah, they confirmed that is the case. Awesome. So we're definitely going to see.
That's why I'm so hyped for this, man. Yeah. I mean, it's no secret. Nightwing, Dick Grayson is my favorite DC character. I love him. I've read like every major Nightwing one. I freaking love it. So the fact when they said Damian Wayne is Robin, instantly in my head means Dick Grayson's already at least Nightwing or on the verge of it, right? Like at that point, he should be Nightwing. Oh, and Batgirl is a thing. Oh, and Bat Family.
Yep.
So I know there's always a stigma where like DC does too much Batman. Well, yeah, they do. There's like 22 Bat books on the shelf every single month on DC. There's nothing I can do about that. But what we have never seen on screen is a proper Nightwing, is a proper Batgirl. We were supposed to see it. They took it away from us. Yep. Titans, the show, I liked it for what it was. It's great for what it is. It's still on a very low TV budget, so it can only do what it can do, right? If you give those characters, and you give those characters those stories, the budget that they deserve, and you can then build and build and build, and then I can finally get like a proper Titans movie. Right. I'll be elated.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Or if I can get,
seems like something.
Yeah, so it's like this is like this to me. I look at this, I'm like, this is my stage one of what the Bat Family Project spinoffs shows they can all be. You can get a Batgirl show off of this. You can get a Nightwing show based off of this. You can get a Red Hood whatever based off of this, and on and on and on. Titans, you get there, everything. There's so much potential just based on where we are. We can get Dick Grayson as Batman.
You could. Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
So it's like, there's so much potential here just based off of like this starting point. And I love that we essentially went the same route where Marvel has with Spider-Man. We do not need to see Bruce Wayne's parents die again and the pearls fly again. We do not need to see that. We do not need to see him taking on his first or second, his third Robin. We all know the story. Let's just jump into something that hasn't been told before, and we can get to a point that we have never seen before. Yep. And that's the most exciting thing to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, they went crazy.
No, for real.
No, you said everything and how I feel.
No, for sure.
I'm
like,
excited.
Especially when I heard Damian Wayne, bro. Like, I watched all those DCU animated films. I've seen The Son of Batman. I've seen like those. So that was my introduction to Damian Wayne, and just seeing the juxtaposition between him and Batman's, like, their moral compass and stuff like that. Like, I never thought we would see that on live action, just because like the last few Batmans have kind of all been in the same vein, and it hasn't been too big of a difference between them. So like, it seems like this, just adding a Robin in the mix and this Bat family in the mix, that automatically changes what this is going to be.
Dynamics,
you know what I mean? So like that off the rip had me extremely excited.
All right. And again, casting.
Yeah,
it's just always fun to see who these people are going to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
What? So he's going to have to be older, right?
I would think
not old, but like older. Like, he's not young Batman, like young Batman, obviously. Yeah, right. Huh.
He's definitely vetted Batman.
Yeah, right.
Old grumpy dad Batman.
Yeah. Right.
I'm excited.
4 or 5 children.
Right.
Like, I'm sick of this.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know we're talking.
And then you have this child who's just an absolute lunatic, just going nuts on everyone. He's just like, oh my god, I've had the old Jason Todd, but not this.
Right.
No,
That's where we go with,
Y'all got a pick for a Batman?
I was just about to say.
You want to go there?
I wasn't even gonna say Batman. I was gonna ask Damian Wayne because I know we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I want the person in Umbrella.
Aiden Gallagher.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's a good shout. More thinking I do with that. I would love to see whoever it is be mixed, half Pakistani,
Yes,
in there, because that is part of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
It is not like the crux of his story, but it is a part of who he is. So whoever gets casted for that, I would prefer for them to have that background.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Nah, that's
a good point.
I would love that. Yeah,
nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some people are saying John Hamm is Batman. You like that?
Yeah.
I'm not hating.
I never thought about that.
I'm not. It's not the word. It's not the
It's
best.
not.
It's not the
Nah.
word. You know what I mean? If you just throw that name right there, definitely not. I don't know. We'll get back to that, I guess.
Not real.
But I can see that though.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm extremely excited for that. What else we got left on here as far as movies go? I know I'm missing something. Oh yeah,
definitely
Supergirl. Yeah. So all right, next one we have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This one is taking cues from the recent Tom King written miniseries.
Also, Tom King apparently is helping to make the movie too.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, he is.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie promises a different take than what most people think of when they think Superman's cousin. We will see the difference between Superman, who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents from the time he was an infant, versus Supergirl, raised on a rock, a chip off Krypton, and who watched everyone around her die and be killed in a terrible way for the first 14 years of her life.
Jesus.
Then comes to Earth. She is much more hardcore and not the Supergirl we're used to.
This is about to be crazy, ain't it? I don't know anything about the comic book.
Right. But I've been, ever since he announced it, I've been seeing people talk about it on
Yeah.
Twitter and stuff like that, about how crazy this comic book was.
And you told me it was in the last year or two.
Right.
It's pretty recent. So if everyone is so hype on how good the comic is, so much so that James Gunn read it and was like, "Oh, okay, we doing this one."
Yeah.
I know this is gonna be crazy.
Right. Damon, have you read that run?
So I haven't, but I talked to my comic shop owner about it yesterday, because first thing I did when I saw that, and also full credit to James Gunn on when he's naming these projects, is saying this is my comic inspiration, because when I went to just Amazon just to look to be like, oh, let me see how much the trade is, sold out.
Yep.
I went to my comic shop,
I heard that.
sold out. He went online to look at the stocks, out of stock.
Jeez.
And so anyone who says these shows, these movies don't get people to buy comics, wrong, first of all, right? Straight wrong. And that's awesome. He also said that when that book was on the shelves on a monthly basis, it was the highest selling Supergirl book he's ever had.
Wow.
It's that good,
Okay.
right? So I'm going to try to get my hands on it. I'm kicking myself for not reading it in the moment. But as I said before, my DC is a weaker spot for mine, right? I mostly read Nightwing. I mostly read Batgirl and Batgirls. And that's virtually it for me when it comes to DC. But I'm looking forward to this because I love seeing newer stories get portrayed on the screen, because we're so used to seeing, oh, here's this run from 1976. Here's this run from the 80s. Occasionally we'll get a Hawkeye show, which is from 2012. But this is recent. This is a couple of years ago. This is a year or two ago. Yeah. Nuts, right? So,
yeah, right? Same. Anyone that's not in is crazy.
Nah, for real. Especially, I'm saying, it's probably going to be interesting to see, again, the juxtaposition between her and Superman, these two different type of characters. You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
then
definitely
you get
excited.
the writer of the comic book. This is gonna.
That's also massive. I mean, Tom King is a legend.
Yep.
Tom King is a legend. So to be able to get not just the comic writer, to get Tom King, the comic writer, to be on this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Nah, same. So the final film we got on here,
Is this really the last one to confirm that?
I think it is.
Well, I mean, unless you want to talk about the pre ones, but that's really up to you.
It's
Blue Beetle, Aquaman,
in the Flash,
and Shazam.
in the Shazam, yeah.
We know about those.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about Blue Beetle.
Ain't much to say yet.
All right, never mind.
We could talk about the Flash, though.
You're right.
Because we did hear some new stuff about that today.
Go ahead.
But let's
this
talk
is
about
the end, though, right?
Yeah.
You know,
So keep it on Swamp Thing. It's a horror film. that promises to close out the first part of the chapter. And one thing that we learned recently, James Mangold, the director of Logan and The Wolverine and
a bunch of other stuff.
310 the Yuma.
Like, isn't he about to do the new Indiana Jones?
Yes,
thing?
and that too, yeah. So like he's kind of already involved with that, and I'm excited for them to even go in that direction because
they said dark horror. I'm like, is it art? Or like, what's going on? Like, whoa.
Yeah. So then, what you think about that one, man?
This is wild.
Yeah,
this is a big swing. And this is a good swing. This is a big swing on a good pitch to take, right? So this is another one where I talked to my comic shop owner. I was like, Swamp Thing, because I remember when I was 2 years ago, and I was talking, I was like, oh, what's hot right now? He's like, oh, Swamp Thing's like one of the best books on the shelf. Wow. And it's because Swamp Thing is consistently one of the best books on the shelf from DC. Okay. And you can have fun with this character, right? Yeah, sure. Like for a mainstay crowd, you could throw in a character like Ivy, as like there's a character I know to throw in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good call.
But for it to be a horror movie, for it to be a dark horror movie. No, I love that.
Crazy. Yeah, and then still connect to this world, bro.
Right? Like what?
That's so cool to me.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so hyped.
I did. I was going to say, sorry. I did not get a chance to see the Swamp Thing show, the CW thing, but everybody said it was really, really good. Yeah. So like,
did you get to watch that?
No.
Yeah, same. Was that HBO?
It was CW.
Oh, got it. Got it.
But I remember people saying how good it was. So the fact that like James Gunn is like doubling back, like, nah, we gotta do Swamp Thing. Like we gotta include this
and do it a certain way, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That says a lot because I didn't know how popular the character was. So like I might have to dabble into that as well.
And not even just James Mangold was like, did you see all the other people that were talking about it?
Nah.
At the same time, I don't want to get her names wrong, so help me. The last Pinocchio, he's super legendary.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro. Yeah,
there we go. He was saying something about Swamp Thing when this got announced. So who else?
Make him practical, kind of like how Man Thing was practical.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Oh, that'd be next level.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, but it was like two other big. We gotta look it up after. But like it was two other big directors saying like, "Oh man, I almost throwing they hand in it."
Right.
I think shout out Agents. I think someone at Agents talked about it too, or like posted about it.
Right.
I could be wrong. But yeah, it was just the fact that they're also hype about it. All these directors, I'm like, damn, this must have been a crazy one story wise. You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So as far as like new stuff, that's pretty much the slate as we know it as of right now. James Gunn did say like this isn't everything, but this is what he's comfortable with talking about as of right now.
Right.
So
and it's only chapter 1 and it's called Gods and Monsters.
Yep. Cool. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited from what we hearing so far. To stick on the DC stuff though, one thing that James Gunn did clarify recently is that the Flash will reset everything that's going on now and make way for the new regime of what his idea and future for this is. So that was something that I've been saying that's this.
Honestly, no. Talk heavy about yourself. You called it, man.
I did. I mean, if it's Flashpoint, you can do that. It's that. You did call it. You know what I mean?
With that though, it's interesting that he was like, someone asked him today. They were like, "So, are you resetting everything? Or are you resetting some of it?" And he said, "Most things are getting reset. Not everything is getting reset." So, who's saying Aquaman is saying that? That's why Aquaman can stay. That's why Shazam, I guess, can stay based on what he's saying, right? So we'll see if. And apparently, they said in the interview that they're open to Gal Gadot coming back. So
in some type of way,
yeah. So we'll see what that means.
How do you feel about this reset thing?
Right.
Like, does it feel convoluted to you, or does it feel like this is what's,
Yeah.
I think on paper, it is a little complicated.
Yeah.
I think once we see it in action,
I agree.
It'll make a little more sense. It's difficult when you do these resets like this, right? Like, DC's done this a few times already. Like you look at, after every crisis or a new 52 and then rebirth, right? It's like reset. Is it a hard reset? Kind of, not. So it's like, how far are you going to go with it? It'll kind of be like, who works in their own bubble? I have a feeling Blue Beetle will work in his own bubble post reset. so he'll be fine. Shazam theoretically works in his own bubble post reset. He'll be fine. The things that will obviously be affected here is your Justice League team members. That core is going to be the affected the most.
Right.
So everything in that, I'd say, probably gone from there on out. But again, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I feel
it's hard,
too.
yeah.
Because it's just like they said something about Aquaman 3 possibly being the thing. I'm like, so y'all gonna keep these people past these trilogies, or y'all like we giving y'all a little bone, and then
which is funny because there was always talks, not always, but there's been recent talks of him playing Lobo.
That's right.
And it seems like everybody's
that's not a thing now, is it? Right?
I feel like no, but that's just what I was saying to you, man. James Gunn and Peter Safran said that they're not gonna let anyone play more than one person at the same time. They're going to stick to that. I don't think they're like making that rule up and they're going to switch it. No. But that doesn't mean, they said it's the first chapter in an 8 to 10 year run, right? 8 to 10 year plan, I'm sorry. He's only signed on for 4. I'm just doing math. If he's only signed on for 4 years and they only announced basically the first 2 years of this, there's at least a couple more chances for him to possibly play Lobo, or somebody else playing. Let's say Gal Gadot wants to come and play someone else, but she doesn't want to do Wonder Woman anymore. Like, they can do that. I guess we just got to wait and see. If this is the first chapter, like, we have no idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? It could be another, like I said, a crisis or something. Do it again, and they reset, and now it's a whole new I'm just, there we go. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea what their plans are. So it's just like, yeah, we'll see. We just got to see.
I feel like we'll probably get a lot more information. One, post Flash, and two, probably Comic-Con.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because like he said, he didn't really give everything out. So, yeah, I'm sure we'll probably get more info. But based on what we got so far, it seems solid.
I'm just hyped to hear who's gonna be working on these things. I want to hear the writers, the directors, I want to hear everything. Especially since James Mangold already was in talks. So like, I'm like, all right, what y'all hiding? Like, y'all know more stuff than y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're giving out for sure. So I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I'm very cautiously optimistic about all of it because we've obviously been burned by DC before, right?
Yeah.
I think there is a growing confidence now that when you sign Safran and Gunn to a deal like this, that you're committing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's one of those like, if you don't do it this time, then what's the point?
Exactly.
Right? So cautious optimism, I think, is the right word with all of this. I'm very much looking forward to it. 2025 is still 2 years away.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. So we still have time. We still have this whole year to play out with all these movies and trying to promote them to be like, I know it's not the new universe, but it's the reset to get there. So it's like, all right, that's how you pitch it. So cautious optimism.
I'm right with you, honestly. Yeah. And more towards optimism, no. You know, I trust Gunn a little bit. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it sounds good. I was gonna ask, is Blue Beetle this year or next year?
This year.
So what's all this year? Blue Beetle, Flash. It's like all the last ones, like
Blue Beetle, Flash, Aquaman,
and
Shazam, obviously, yeah, because that's
but all four.
That's
is that really all four this year?
Is Blue Beetle this year?
That's what I was.
I think Blue Beetle is. But
I just want to clarify.
That's like 4 movies.
Yeah. Did you hear Gunn said they doing 4 a year? No, he said 4 projects a year. I don't know if that means movies, animation, you know, but
yeah. Let me check.
4 a year is kind of sturdy.
August 18th, 2023.
Yeah. Because
they just letting them things go. Like the ones that were already in. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're like, here we go. So we can get into the. So that means 24.
March, June. So it'd be March, June, August, December.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and the Batman is 25. So I'm like, what in the world is 24? Oh, Joker's 24, right? No, that's 25 too, I think.
Is it?
Well, 2024, you can get the animated stuff in there potentially by then.
True, but I'm thinking that's only shows. So I'm like, this is interesting. They just may be loading up. If they take a whole year off, maybe. We'll see.
I mean, they need to take their time. So
they do know they need to. Yeah.
Because you don't want no.
Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up.
Let's get it right. Let's get it right.
No, you're right.
But Blue Beetle to me is a curious case too, because that was one that was pre. Then it was supposed to be an HBO Max series, an HBO Max movie, but then they bumped it up to theatrical.
When they did that, the Batgirl, and then shot that all the way down. Right. So that is interesting.
Then you had once they signed James Gunn, he was elated about it. Yeah, he was talking so crazy. Oh, this is good. This is great.
I mean, even to the video, it looked like he was kind of hyped talking about that one a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
He's going to. He's not going to go up and say this is bad.
Right. That's one thing.
Good point too.
Right.
Good point too.
That's one thing I was saying too. Like, I feel like he can't say too much because he wants people to still go see these films. You know what I mean? Like you said.
Also, budget. They got to make money off of that.
Exactly. We have 4 films coming out this year, 2 of which got pushed back a couple times. So it's like we need to make sure these do as well as they're going to do before, Yeah.
Especially one of them has a problematic history with an actor that is in it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you're gonna go up and be like, "This is gonna be the greatest movie of all time." Go watch it, right? Like you're not gonna expect him. Yeah, you're not gonna expect him to go up and say it's an okay movie.
Right. Yeah, because the greatest movie of all time. I was like, you sure? James, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
But
and it was like, yo, The Dark Knight exists, so it's better than that. Like, I don't know.
That's why I like how he said one of the greatest. He didn't say the greatest. But yeah, that's the DC slate, right? We didn't miss anything. Only thing he kind of didn't talk about, but is I just wanted to know. This is only one question, so he wasn't going to answer that.
Right.
If Harley Quinn is considered Elseworlds or not.
He did not say.
I guess.
Oh, like the animated show? Yeah, that'd be Elseworlds. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, cool. So that means I'm assuming Margot Robbie's about to be like just her forever. Then.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. I don't see him getting rid of Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
and with how everyone feels like with her as Harley.
Even throughout all the BS, because she's been in both Suicide Squad movies, the good one and the bad one.
And the bad one, she's been through a lot, like and still killing too. You know what I mean? So I don't see him getting rid of her. But again, we will see.
Yeah. There's some actors and actresses that you keep.
There we go.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
You keep.
Viola Davis, you keep. Right.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So
exactly. Yeah. So, because there's still one more Harley project that the fans want to see, and it's an Harley and Ivy project.
Yes.
And Margot Robbie is in favor of it.
Come on.
And James Gunn is a big proponent of the Harley Quinn animated series.
Come on.
So I'm going to assume he would also be a big proponent of that in live action as well.
Oh, you spitting. I forgot all about that concept in live action. I'm like, we need a movie right now, or even an HBO show. That'd be crazy, like a live action one, with them two, like called Harley and Ivy or something. That'd be stupid.
That could be tough.
Yeah,
man.
I'm into it.
Look at James Gunn getting everybody excited about DC again.
I knew he was going to do it.
It's been a rough few years, man.
A few. Yo, you funny. Even
I'm trying to be nice.
I was about to laugh at you when you said 2 of them got pushed back a couple times. I was about to die. Remember when Flash got announced? Do you remember when Flash got announced?
I know it's been a while.
At least 7 years ago, 10 years ago. No, like we should look it up.
Is
that long ago?
Dropped?
Stop.
Flash trailer dropped
at least
like
4 or 5 years ago.
No,
pre-COVID.
It might have been 2020.
It was 2020, late 2020. I want to. It was during the DC fandom. Is when that thing.
You're
launched.
right, and by the way, that's the first trailer. Let's go. Wait till you see when this was announced. The first when was Flash announced? Since we got the time, y'all gonna be so shocked. Y'all got guesses before we get this in here?
Oh, when it was announced.
When it was announced.
2019.
Don't even. 2019. Okay, what's your guess? Don't look. What's your guess? You're looking. Stop. Cheater. Don't look. Guess first. This is a fun game.
2017. I don't know.
2017, 19.
That's my.
All right.
All right. Let me see if it's on the wiki. I don't know if it'll tell me. 2014.
2000.
10 years, 9 years later.
Do y'all know how crazy? That's not a lot. I remember when it was announced because they went through
somebody said they
7
announced
directors.
This.
They went through like 87
Somebody said
writers.
they announced this when the Flash TV show started.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, really think about that. That's crazy.
That's crazy. This is almost as bad as Black Adam.
It's kind of worse. It's around the same. It's like just as bad, low key.
Yeah.
It's just obviously
it's worse because of how important the movie is.
Oh my God! Don't even do that. I don't even want to talk about that part of it. Right. Jesus, and they
at least Black Adam, it just exists.
Right.
Right.
And they're gonna put the Dark Flash in here. I am just anyway. What we doing?
Remember, Keaton's making his return in this one. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that they
took everybody out of the ending?
No. It seems like they're pumping the 89 Batman film. They recut a trailer and put it on the DC.
Because of it.
I guess trying to get more people to watch
that's smart.
the 89 film before the Flash comes out. Yeah.
They did take them all at the ending. No, that's sad. But we knew that.
Oh yeah.
For the,
I mean, he got to
for the reboot.
tie it into what we doing next year. So
I wonder.
I knew that was coming.
I bet we might get a cameo that we don't know though because of that. Like, because that ending scene apparently was supposed to be like, Keaton and the new Supergirl and all them like seeing him in this new, at least allegedly, like coming into the new universe. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now, if that's still the scene, but in this new universe, I could see it being somebody that's in here that we're not expecting.
True.
You know what I mean? So that'd be cool.
You never know.
Let's see. Like him and Blue Beetle pop up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Possibilities are endless.
It really is, man.
With all these announcements.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our DC rundown. So we only got one more thing for today. This is a loose topic, but it was something that we seen and found a little notable based on Marvel, because Marvel's shooting stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how often their projects are running simultaneously. But this one, they said it was on, I think it was like productionlist.com, something like that. Don't quote me. But Wonder Man starts shooting in April. And they have Daniel Destin Cretton involved as, it's kind of show running with Feige, obviously.
And I heard at least directing one episode.
Yeah. So, me personally, I didn't know how soon we were going to get the Wonder Man project. I know they announced it a little while back.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but the fact that it's about to start shooting,
that means it comes out the next year.
It has to. I mean, well, I don't see.
That's how Marvel been moving the last 2, 3, 4
True, but
years,
like it feel.
It could not, right?
They play it loose with their release dates because we still don't have.
Think
nothing
about
for
Secret Invasion. Boom. No, we on the same type time. You're right, but that's not my point. It's like we still knew that Secret Invasion shot all last year, right?
Right.
They might have not promoted it that much yet, but we still know it's coming this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We did get a trailer last year.
Exactly. So like you said, most of the time when they're doing it this year, I haven't seen it in the last couple of years where it's like 2 years away.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Maybe that happens with Daredevil, but I'm hearing that's next year. So I could be wrong.
You talking about filming?
No, it's dropping next year, but I'm only saying that because it's it's an 11-month shoot. So maybe they do it in a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the only one. Otherwise, I think every time they do it the year, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Unless if they just hold them back because they got so many in the tub. You know, they're just like, we have 7 shows.
I think it depends. It depends on how much VFX is going to be involved in these shows, right?
Point.
So something like Covenant Chaos, I'm imagining that will probably have a lot of VFX in there because magic, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Daredevil. Not a whole lot. Maybe something to make it so he's a little more flippy, and you can do VFX on him doing acrobats, so you don't have poor Charlie Cox out here
breaking his back. Oh man!
So like, it really depends, right? The whole thing, like Wonder Man getting a show, it's crazy to me. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Like I know him from West Coast Avengers, like the old school West Coast Avengers. And it's a fun concept because you can make it a little meta as him being just like a movie star or a TV star, whatever. Right. The whole show could be his show. Like you can do a lot with a Wonder Man show, right? Yeah. You could also have it be like he doesn't actually have powers and he pretends he does. You can have a twist on there like that we aren't expecting. Obviously, he does have powers in the comics, but it's like I'm just trying to literally brainstorm ideas.
You got there's so many options.
Something like somebody like Wonder Man. Not a whole lot of people are going to get upset if you change his backstory or change his right. So you can have fun with something like that. I was originally expecting this was going to be a special. For it to be an entire series,
actually,
yeah,
right. Wild. That's interesting, right? And then you go as big as Yaya. It's like, and then Destin. You know what I mean? It's like they are going way more than I think any of us expected they were for this character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I know exactly what you mean.
That's why it struck me when I seen that. I'm like, all right, this is going to get. We're going to get this way sooner than I was expecting. We were going to get this. Yeah. So I'm really intrigued by that. Yeah.
It honestly just got me thinking, like, what comes out next year then? Ironheart?
Ironheart's this year.
This year?
Yeah, this year. They
shot that already. Lose my mind. What?
Yeah, so it sounds like Echo will probably be pushed to next year, if not December this year. Agatha's definitely next year because they're filming right now.
Right.
Daredevil would at least be next year, if not the following year.
Exactly. Okay, that might be it though, because I think they do 3 to 4 a year shows right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be more. We heard it got a new show every second.
We're not even including the animated shows yet,
right?
Or the specials,
and the specials.
Like my God,
yeah.
And
So,
the
'cause
movies.
X-Men-
Wait, what movies
Yeah,
come out?
X-Men
I'm
is
about
this
to
year
we'll
too,
be here
yeah.
all
X-Men
year.
97 would be coming out possibly next year. The
Yes.
Spider-Man freshman year would be coming out possibly next year.
Okay.
So
Do they have time?
I hope so.
Can they do all this? Something's going to
It seemed like they were like we just heard Armor Wars might start shooting the end of this year, right?
But that's what I heard. They
That's a
got
movie
mixed
now.
up with this. Yeah, it's
Right.
a movie now.
Right.
But like I heard, still it got mixed up with this date. So who knows? I don't know. People don't know what's going on. Because they got a lot of stuff happening.
Nah, there's a lot of
Blade
stuff. Like,
could be next.
Like, oh my
year,
God,
if not
Blade.
the
It's
following
no way they're
year.
not.
yeah,
They're definitely shooting this year, right?
much.
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Oh, I'm about to get stressed.
Thunderbolts
In a good
coming out
way.
next year.
Yeah.
You know, like
Wait,
And that's filming
that's
soon,
next
too.
year?
That's filming this.
Is it next year? Is it-
nah,
no,
Yo, yeah, I'm blowing my mind right now.
nah.
is it
Julia,
2025. Yeah.
yeah, Julia Louis-Dreyfus says she
What
about to
year
start
is
filming
it?
soon.
It's
What
23.
year is it?
What, 4? What year is it right now? It's 3.
It's 3. Yeah.
What's going on? Things are going fast.
Nah,
I'm
'cause
just like,
I know she said they're about to start filming soon.
2024. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, it's next year. Yeah.
whoa. Okay, so the movies next year are Thunderbolts. What and what? They do 3.
Thunderbolts, potentially Blade,
Right.
would be possibly
Yeah.
next year.
And it's
Armor
another
Wars
one
is
that's
now a
Armor Wars.
movie, so that would
Right.
be if they
Honestly,
film that.
probably
Like-
Deadpool too. I might just be spicing right now.
You're right.
Oh,
Deadpool might be
is
next
well.
year.
soon.
Yeah.
We are about to eat crazy.
Yeah.
Man,
in the
it's
next
a
couple of
great
years.
time
Oh my
to be
gosh, right?
like a comic book movie fan.
Whoa.
It's just the superhero side too, because like there's just so much good content out there.
Right. It's
So
it's
much
like a
content out
renaissance
there.
right now. Did y'all see someone put like added in all of the new DC movies with
The
the other
2025,
25?
everything else,
I almost
yeah.
passed out. I was like, how much money I gotta spend that year on movies? Okay. All right. And then we gotta do IMAX. It's stuff going on.
Yeah.
I gotta get that. We gotta get that movie pass.
Might as well.
It's gonna be worth it though. It's gonna be worth it.
No, that's facts.
But yeah, that was it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's so much stuff coming, man.
It's
a
too
lot.
much to talk about. You could talk for years.
No, that's facts.
I'm excited,
Well,
though.
since we got a little time, I want to ask you a quick question. It's off the top, Damon.
Oh, hey,
We were talking about Deadpool real quick, and I know you're a Marvel guy, so
Yeah.
I want to get into some Deadpool comics. Like, would you know offhand like a good run to start with?
Deadpool kills Marvel Universe.
Say less.
stop! Everybody and their mom tell me to read that, and I haven't gotten
less.
it yet. Yeah, no, you're right.
Say less.
Isn't there 2
so,
of them
like-
too? Is there 2 of them, or am I making that up?
I only know of the one.
Oh, okay, bet.
Maybe there's a second one. I only
Okay.
know of the one off the top of my
Gotcha.
head.
Okay.
Carlos brought up the idea that now him and I, we on our Comic Corner episode, we went back and forth on this because it's just freaking brilliant. But this movie, not like everyone wants to be like, oh, it's Deadpool kills the Fox universe. And it's like,
right.
sure, we could do that. Or we do Mojo World, right? So if you're a fan of the old X-Men animated series, you'd remember the Mojo World episode, right? Where Shatterstar shows up. But remember, Shatterstar was in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
He's dead. So Mojo's number one celebrity, his star of his show, is dead. Mojo then, now I'm script throwing out here. Mojo comes down, picks up Deadpool, says, I need you to be my next star, but I need you to be bigger than Shatterstar. So what's the one way to do it? Is a Deadpool and Wolverine TV show. Movie
like
series,
that.
right? And that's how you get those two together and it doesn't screw around with like their timeline, right?
Right.
Is because it's all in Mojo World. And then you can have fun and be like, oh, they're now doing Deadpool and Wolverine kill the whatever universe, right? And then you can have fun with that.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, Deadpool pops up MCU.
That's phenomenal.
I love that.
Hey, man. You're gonna need to talk to Kevin. You need to write a letter.
Co-written. That was co-written by Carlos.
Okay.
Shout out Carlos.
Shout out Carlos.
Y'all just went
That
crazy.
Right.
Nah, man.
I love
because,
that.
I could
But
see.
that would
I
be
could see
my
them
dream.
going that route though. Too.
Yeah.
It's right there.
That's one of the upcoming Marvel films that I'm so curious of what this is gonna be.
Yeah.
Just
You
the-
can already see it, right? But you also can't all
because
the
it's
way.
just like the potential is so vast. You know what I mean? Like it's so many ways you can go. Like the Mojo way, I wouldn't be surprised if
I know, like seriously, yeah.
If that really is a thing, or that's involved or something like that, and then you're hearing about the TVA being involved.
Hey, Kevin, you actually should write that letter. Kevin might owe you money. I didn't think about that. Right, there we go.
This is my pitch script. I'll CC Ryan Reynolds at Wrexham AFC.
Right, you got to talk to Ryan too. I forgot. Oh man, that's a lot of letters. All right, just try to keep them right to the point. But yeah, man, no, I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, I would also suggest comic-wise, there's a brand new run of Deadpool from Melissa Wong. It just started. You can hop right in on the #1 and just go from there, and you can be all caught up on that. There's a limited series called Black, White, and Blood, which are anthology stories. There's like stories within each, like 3-4 stories within each comic, and they're all a lot of fun. Some of them are like a look on Deadpool's past. Some of them is just like him going through and just like being a mercenary. One of them is like a love letter from the from the writer saying, how am I going to write a Deadpool story? It was like really beautifully done, like a little mini story. But the Black, White, and Bloods are a lot of fun too. The whole thing is black and white except red.
Wow.
So Deadpool is the only thing color, and whenever blood splatters everywhere, you see that too.
Oh, that's
super cool.
But it's visually very cool.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I'm mentally taking these down. I'm definitely gonna start on that because I don't know. It dawned on me. I was just like, man, I want to read some Deadpool comics. I never read a Deadpool comic, so I'm like, I want to get into that. You know what I mean?
More into reading comics.
Nah, for sure, man. Thank you for
Black, White,
that.
and Bloods are a lot of fun. Okay. Especially the very first issue of it. Like it gets you. Like you get right into a Deadpool mood on the very first like mini story in there, and then just kind of go through.
Awesome. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to tap in. Yeah. But yeah, man. This was a fun.
This is super fun.
I'm glad we got to get this DC stuff out there. You know what I mean?
Thank you for helping us with the load of all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, for sure, man.
You helped us out.
Definitely, man. Thank you for.
This was a pleasure.
Thank you for pulling up on us. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Gotta get
Absolute pleasure, guys. Anytime. Hit me up anytime.
Stay less, man. We taking you up on that
Absolutely will. Absolutely will again.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to plug your stuff real quick before we get out of here.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter so long as it's still alive at Damon Tweets. You can find me on TikTok so long as this country still allows it at Damon Talks Comics. You can find me at the Agents of Fandom. I do weekly comic reviews where I have like a poll of the week where I review it. Most of the time they're good issues. Every now and then I pick up a bad one and, we'll talk about why. And just go out there, go to your local comic shops. If you are ever worried about going to a comic shop, don't. So everyone in there is super cool. Come on in. And if you don't have one near you, there are digital options out there. There are so many ways to read comics. You can pick up trades. You can go on Marvel Unlimited if you are, if it's a great money saving option. I have it because if I want to go back and reread an entire run of something, I'm not going to pick up an $80 omnibus. I can pay $9 a month and I can read an entire run.
Yeah,
true.
So there's so many options out there to just get into the comic world.
Awesome, you keep giving gems, man. Dropping knowledge on people. No, seriously, that's a good help for people trying to get into comics.
Nah, definitely, man.
Nah, but thank you, man. Again, Sound Gallery Studios.
Yes.
Come here, book it up. It's great. Thank y'all for having us.
For sure. And again, Agents of Fandom, Agents of Fandom podcast. Shout out to TJ Garrett. Shout out to Fandom Academy. Everybody, we're here.
Fam. Yeah. And this was episode 27.
And if you made it this far and you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. That helps us out. Helps the algorithm.
Please. Algorithm. Yes, it does. And bye.
Yeah. Peace out.